Knock, knock. Linda, do you have a few minutes to answer some questions?
Sure, come on in.
All right.
I have to give you a fair warning. I just finished like the best chocolate covered donut ever. So I'll talk real fast and be nonsensical, but go ahead.
Tons of sugar. I wanted to talk today about CLIClaw and our website and what it is. Could you give some information about CLIClaw?
Sure. CLIClaw is the Center for Legal Internet Compliance. One of the things that is so lacking, and I don't know exactly when we all stopped going out to trade shows and giving speeches on what is legal compliance in whatever particular vertical you're in, but somewhere along the line, the attorneys disappeared, and I haven't really seen a lot of people coming out or a lot of trade shows emphasizing legal compliance. If you don't have a couple $1 million budget, you still have to comply, you still have to figure out how to do it. What we did is we created CLIClaw, and what CLIClaw is that it's getting legal compliance news out. Things that are coming up, things that are changing. It's very basic information. You know, if you can't afford that $500, $600, $700 an hour attorney, there's still some place that you can go, and we're putting, it's just legal compliance. The idea was to help small, upcoming, upstart businesses, and what we're finding is medium and large businesses need it too, with real basic, you know, this is the laws that you have to comply with, and this is what they mean. The first thing that CLIClaw is, it's telling you what laws apply to you, and what are those laws, and trying to simplify them into 5 elements that you have to comply with. The second thing that we are presenting with CLIClaw is just like these talks where you walk in here and you start asking questions. It's like, if you don't have that attorney on retainer and you have a really simple question, it may be the same question you've had 5 times because you just don't get it, and that's okay. You know, it's a place where you can go back to and you can grab a 10-minute talk, or you can grab a paper or your guide and look it up and say, okay, that's right. So that's what CLIClaw is. It's primarily an educational set of educational programs that explain what laws apply, and then as questions come up, we wanted to have the ability to do things like this. Get on a microphone in the middle of the afternoon after donuts and coffee and say, okay, what are the questions? And be able to answer them. And I think at its essence, that's what CLIClaw is. What do you think it is?
No, I actually agree with you on all of that. It's a quick place to find all the little things that you might come across in your business and answer them in very normal communication instead of the stuffy attorney speak that we hear all the time. You know?
I am the stuffy attorney speak.
No.
I speak so well stuffily.
But you know what I mean? Like sometimes you read the law or you hear people speak and you're like, what does that mean? I don't understand any of that. And with you and with the CLIClaw, I think we make it easy for people to understand and say, oh, I get that. I understand what they mean now. I know what I'm supposed to do with complying with the law or a new regulation.
Yeah, I think we've always tried to put it in business terms.
There you go.
You know, we're not going to, and we've tried to make it so that you understand how legal compliance can fit into your business. And it isn't, I'm not going to, you know, CLIClaw is not in there to run in there and take money away from you. It's to go in there and say, change these 5 things, and you'll be able to keep your money even in the face of an enforcement action. You know, I think the way we've always, the Goodman Law Firm has always interacted with businesses is, I'm here to protect you and your business, not to take away from you.
Right.
And I think our, you know, our record is we've built some very, very large businesses, taking them from, you know, 1 or 2 people and bringing them up through 100 employees, and all using the same programs we gave them as 100 people. We just kept expanding them as they grew.
Right. One of the things I thought too is there's a saying that says you don't know what you don't know. And I think one of your ideas these people might need to know to get started all in one place for them so they can figure it out as they grow and go, you know?
Yeah, it's sort of a bootstrapping, if you will, until they reach a point where they have enough revenue that they can retain counsel or bring in-house counsel. And they will reach that point. I mean, Although I don't know, lately I've seen some of the larger companies, that I've talked to asking extremely basic questions. And actually going,
Is that new law? Remember that?
yeah, is that new law? It's some archaic law. Well, I don't know. It's been the law for 20 years.
And no, it's not new.
Yeah. It's kind of like you should have already known this. But with no one out there talking about it, and what we've seen is the industry grow and then leave, and now we have these young people, they're not necessarily young people, but young companies coming up,
Newcomers.
and they don't have the benefit of what all the early or prior generation did. And so they're out there thinking, oh, it's Wild West again. Oh, no, it's not. Wild West did start, in the early 2000s. Yeah, there was a Wild West. There were no laws. Can-Spam didn't exist. The FTC Act wasn't being applied. States didn't have any laws per se. So as long as you could make a rational argument, I had federal judges who looked at me and go, Ms. Goodman, what's the law? And I'd rattle something off and they go, that sounds good, we'll go with it. How did you, those were the Wild West days, and I'm like, oh God, I hope that's close to the law, but there was no law, so as long as you could come up with an answer, that's fine. Then all of a sudden, we need to CAN-SPAM. Well, what was happening was every state, just like it's doing in privacy right now, every state was passing an email law, and most of them were banning spamming. Spammers were bad. Now, don't forget, before that, spammers came on and started doing, using email for commercial purposes. They were going under. Microsoft was about to cut off theirs. Earthlink, it had gone bankruptcy. AOL was about to file bankruptcy. It wasn't until the young entrepreneurs came on and said, hey, you know what? I can make this commercial. And then all of a sudden people got more interested in having an email account. If you look at it like Microsoft, they don't restrict a commercial marketer's use of Hotmail. Google doesn't restrict the use of Gmail. They come out and they say, oh no, we're trying to restrict that. But the reality is they're not trying to restrict it. Because if they did and all commercial transactions on the internet stopped, what would be supporting the internet?
Exactly.
It's also, there are times where the balance comes off.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions, we ask that you email them to info@CLIClaw.com and we will record a 10-minute talk for you. And don't worry, we will leave your name and company out of the